Good evening. I'll call to order the November 28th Subcommittee on Economic Development. In attendance, we have Councillor Haas, Councillor Morabito, Councillor Rotondo, Councillor Zambuto, all on the committee, and we also have Councillor Guanasso, Councillor Patch, Councillor McKenna, and Councillor Janino as well. And Councillor Powers is floating around. We do have a few items on the agenda. I did speak to Director of Economic Development, Bob O'Brien. He was unable to attend tonight. He had, he's having a family, he's attending, someone in his family had an operation that he's dealing with. But outside of that, he sent his best, and we did brief on a few of the potential initiatives or items on the agenda. Three of them happen to be with Councillor Rotondo's motions. So if you would read them, Ashley, we'd be happy to start.
First item on the agenda is 16-062, motion of Councillor Rotondo relative to a 6-month construction moratorium of residential buildings, 4 units or larger, along the MBTA Blue Line in Revere.
Councillor Rotondo.
Considering the will of the council in the past, can we place this on file, please?
Second item on the agenda is 16-155, motion of Councillor Rotondo relative to an economic and zoning master plan.
Councillor Rotondo.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Not to say that there is any lack of will on my behalf. I believe that we have to have a master plan. We have to have a group of people, call it a think tank, so to speak, to talk about what our economic future is and how we're going to derive business within our community, whether it be looking at high tech, such as nanotechnology, biotechnology, or a variety of different subsets of technologies to bring to bear to our community. Unfortunately, right now, the administration seems to be more focusing on a residential retail model instead of something of a greater utility. So at this point, since there's no will by the mayor to forward this idea of having a think tank, I think we'll place it on file.
Would any of the other committee members wish to speak on this? I'll be happy to place it on file. I did want to bring up some of the conversations I had with Director of Economic Development, Bob O'Brien. I too, like yourself, very much would like to see this master plan come into play, and some of the upfront conversations happen before we actually get initiatives brought before the council. You know, simply we have two humongous properties in Revere, obviously Suffolk Downs and Wonderland. Well, three, of course, but these two major sites, I think, are the biggest chess pieces we have. You know, my hopes is that with the mayor's office and economic development department, we would be able to sit down and have some preemptive conversations on what the future developments are going to look like before they're brought to city council, before they hit the newspaper, let's just say. So, would you like to speak on that?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Personally, and I know you pointed out three, one of them being Northgate. Northgate's, I think, approximately 32 acres or thereabouts, that whole area. We're highway business zoned out there. We're not truly focusing what we can do for the highest and best use as far as zoning in that particular that corridor, and I believe my number 32 is off, so I apologize. But that said, that is a particularly expansive area of property, and yet it's only zoned for highway business. In fact, Easton Bank comes before us with a 12-acre parcel. It's rendering states that it's highway business and it's 12 acres, and I just think that's underutilized. We should be actually increasing the density and, more importantly, the height in order to entertain other venues. At present, it appears that the administration is just only looking to, you know, entertain residential venues, and with the modicum of commercial. So at this point, there's really not much we can do. We don't drive that bus, but we can change the zoning. And I think if we did that, we would be able to change the way that people look at our community. And with only one person, it's pretty much impossible to do. Thank you.
Well, thank you. So we're going to put this on the file. Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is 16-156, motion of Councillor Rotondo relative to designating Revere as an economic development and industrial corp as permitted under Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 121C.
Councillor Rotondo.
There's no will by the administration to even think of that, so place on file.
Fair enough.
And next item on the agenda, 16-243, communication from Eugene McCain relative to an initiative petition adopting a Category 2 gaming license.
Would any of the fellow councilors wish to speak on this? I did reach out, unfortunately, I have not heard back in regards to the gaming plan that obviously was voted down in the last election, but there is still hopes that we're able to garner some potential use of that site or the plan, the initial plan. Not that it involves gaming, but there was a potential development slated that there was a hotel developer looking to go in there. Councilor Rotondo.
I believe the mayor said that he had someone that was looking at it to put in some type of office building there. Well, that'd be nice to see. Thank you.
So that those are the only 4 items we have on tonight's agenda, so call this meeting a close.